Mikey, it seems like it's going to be Regis. Hopefully it is. Well, what's the latest? What can you tell me?
Well, we're training already. Mikey's already in the gym. Doing training camp as if we have a fight lined up, but it's still not a finished deal. I know there's also things going on with Canelo and his fight, so all that has to depend a lot on the date and maybe the network also, with Canelo fighting on the Zone or PBC, depending on which. So there's a few things out there. Canelo is the man in boxing right now, so we can't try to say, oh, I don't care about what he does. We got to, we have to wait and see what Canelo finalizes, in his next fight. If it's against Plant, or if it's against somebody else, or if it's that same day, the date might change. So that's probably an opening for a possible date for Mikey. So that's the thing that's holding us back right now. It's still not official, but hopefully soon.
It's 140, right? It's going to be at 140.
That's what we're hoping for, but depending on the on the time also, I think it's also something that we have to be very careful. We don't want to get Mikey down to 140 with 5 weeks of preparation, maybe a catch weight, maybe somewhere where we don't have to kill him to get down to 140. If we have 2-3 months, then no problem making 140. But if we only have 5 or 6 weeks, then we might have to do a catch weight or something. It depends on the date. That's the only thing we're waiting for.
I know we've talked before, and you've kind of wanted Mikey to go to 140. Is that still kind of the case, or you feel Mikey's settled in pretty well at 147?
Well, we want him at 140. My dad, myself, my son, everybody, and the whole boxing world sees Mikey better at 140, and there's a lot of fights out there at 140 for Mikey, and guys moving up in weight, that could be possible opponents, that could be huge fights. That's all things that we talk about every day with Mikey. But Mikey's also his own person, and sometimes he makes his own decisions, and he doesn't make wrong decisions either. So we're gonna support him in whatever decision he makes. But we do believe that 140 is where he would probably get bigger fights and better wins.
Would Taylor kind of be obviously he's the man, right? He's the guy with all the belts.
See, that's a fight we would love to. I don't, I know Mikey has that thing with, that, he left Top Rank, and there's been, bad blood between each other, but this is a business, and if that's the fight that people want to see, and that's the fight that we need to come back and make a statement, I think that's the fight we should take. But like I told you earlier, Mikey's also his own man, and he makes those decisions.
Right. With being up close with obviously Ramirez and Taylor, kind of knowing Mikey's skills, do you like that matchup for Mikey with Taylor at 140?
Definitely. I don't think it's an easy fight. I think Taylor's a great fighter. He proved it against Ramirez. Even though it was a very close fight also, the difference was the knockdowns. If it wasn't for the knockdowns, it would have been a draw. I personally think, ifs don't fucking mean anything anymore, because if this, if that, but I think Jose was in shape. I think Jose would have, if it wasn't for the knockdown, I think Jose would have won the fight. But Taylor, we got to give him the respect. He's the world champion, and that's the man to go after at 140. I think it would be a great fight with Mikey. His style is great. Jose is also a big guy, so it was a pretty even match size-wise. I think Taylor will be much taller and longer, so he would probably use his distance a little more with Mikey. So it wouldn't be easy. It won't be easy, but would I love that fight? 100%.
Unified champion, that'd be awesome. Got to get your take, man. One of the biggest fights in August happening in the welterweight division, Pacquiao versus Spence. Firstly, what do you think about Pacquiao, 42 years old, and being like, all right, who's the top guy around? Let me take that guy.
See, just for that itself, I can't help it but cheer him on and hope he wins. Doing something like that at 42, almost 43, to become the man at welterweight division, beating the man, that takes a lot, man. From where he could have easily picked other fights and still get paid well, he went after one of the best. I'm not saying the top welterweight, because I think Crawford is #1 at welterweight, but he went after one of the best, and he's challenging himself. So honestly, I feel that I'm picking him. I think I'm picking him by decision.
Yeah.
He's got the speed, he's got the experience, he's got power. I'm picking him, you know, and I know I'm probably one of the few that think that, but I'm picking Manny because just the fact that he's daring to take that challenge, and I know he trains his ass off, he trains very hard. I think he's gonna go out and do the performance of his life.
Yeah, I see a lot of trainers and kind of old school guys kind of like leaning towards Manny Pacquiao as well. You want to stop it and reset it just so that. How do you see the southpaw versus southpaw aspect of it playing out in that fight?
Well, it's, you know, we went through the record, and we haven't seen Pacquiao fighting southpaws since I think he was fighting like at 122. I might be wrong, but I don't think he's fighting any southpaws, and so we thought that might be a reason why he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable against southpaws. Maybe he doesn't like fighting southpaws. But he took on the best southpaw in the division. So for him, so that wasn't the problem. Right. You know, maybe it was just the matchups, you know, fighting all these Mexicans, you know, at 126, 130, then fighting, you know, like Cottos, De La West, you know, they were all right. It was just happened. They were all right-handed. You know, we thought maybe he doesn't want to fight southpaws. That's why his last opponent at southpaw was at 122, I believe, or 126, something like that. I think so, yeah, something like that. So maybe there's a reason why he's not fighting any southpaws. But now that he chose to fight one of the best southpaws in the business, then that wasn't the problem. Right. You know, that wasn't the problem. I think it's going to be a great match. And if it comes to who I favor, being that they're both southpaws, I think Spence. He's the taller guy. He's the natural guy, the bigger guy. Just his natural talent. But I just think Pacquiao's gonna, his speed, his heart, was gonna take him to win a decision. Right.
I can't wait to see it, man. I feel like every time I ask anybody about it, the gleam in their eye, they kind of smile like, man, I can't wait.
He's gonna have to go for another round.